Yes, people, welcome to Footy Fans TV. I hope everyone's doing well. Remember to check out our Instagram bio for information on our £500 and Yeezy giveaway competition. With that being said, you guys know the drill. This is a roundup of the news from the last 24 hours, so let's go. Starting off with Manchester United, and Amad Traore, the teenager that they signed from Atalanta, is having his medical at the club today, so everything going well. He should join up with the club in January once his passport issues have been resolved. Sticking with the Red Devils, and Paul Pogba was questioned about his future at Manchester United. He said, "I'm focused on Man United. I want to bring the club back to the top. I'm a Manchester United player for now. At some point, they'll probably have a conversation with me about a contract renewal, or maybe not. Either way, it is what it is. I just want to focus on playing football every day and helping the club that I'm at the moment, which is Manchester United." They asked him about Real Madrid, and all he said really was, "Of course, it's a dream of mine to play for Real Madrid. It would be a dream for most players, but for now, I'm focused on Manchester United." People like to add fuel to the fire. They're going to speculate and say, "Oh, this means Pogba wants to join Real Madrid." I personally don't see it that way. People can interpret it however they want, but there's a lot of articles flying around at the moment saying that he's connecting himself with Real Madrid. Onto the blue half of Manchester, and we understand that City are in conversations with Kevin De Bruyne on a contract extension. So this would see him earning £300,000 a week, plus bonuses, and keep him at the club till 34 years of age. So their vice captain is clearly a very influential player for them. I'm sure they want to do everything that they can to keep him. Keep your eyes peeled on that one. Then we get on to Liverpool, and they've signed 17-year-old goalkeeper Marcelo Pitaluya from Fluminense. Now, he's seen as a long-term successor to someone like Alisson. He's not going to go into the squad straight away. It's not because of the game on the weekend. This isn't a panic buy. It's something that Liverpool have had in the works for a while. So he'll join up with the club and begin training with them ASAP. And then we get on to a former Liverpool player, Nathaniel Klein. Now, he was released by the club. His contract came to an end. Since then, he's been training with Crystal Palace, trying to get his fitness up while looking for a new club. Now, we understand that as well as Crystal Palace being an option for him, they know the player's fitness levels, his ability. Bordeaux are also in the mix for him. So one of those two clubs looks most like signing the player. And then we get on to super agent Jorge Mendes. His most notable client is Cristiano Ronaldo, but he manages a lot of the younger Portuguese players as well. So the big one at the moment is Fabio Silva, who moved to Wolves. And in that deal, that was a €40 million deal, he's understood to be taking €7 million of that fee. So only €30 million of the fee is going to Porto, €3 million is going to another agent, and €7 million to Jorge Mendes. Now, FIFA are actually rewriting the law around the commissions that agents get because of issues like this. There's some other really fishy situations as well with Jorge Mendes, and it looks like he's using loopholes and lack of law and clarity to make as much money as he can out of these transfers. Moving on to Spurs, and two of their players have been injured in international duty, so Reguilon and Lo Celso. I can imagine that Jose Mourinho is going to be fuming because he's already made waves about players having to travel, coaches looking after them, wanting to come back fit and healthy and proper and ready to go. He's not going to be best pleased about that. Spurs fans have to monitor that situation, and hopefully they're not out for too long, especially Reguilon, because he looked like an amazing player in the last game against Manchester United. And sticking with Spurs, they were linked to Milan Skriniar of Inter Milan, but we understand that their bid came in about 3 days too late. There was also a bid from PSG who wanted the player, but Conte wouldn't have had enough time to go into the transfer market and replace the player, so Inter Milan basically declined the transfer. And then we get onto their neighbours on the red side of London. So Arsenal signed a player called Joe Adiho from Ajax. You probably wouldn't have heard too much about this, but the teenage winger only joined Ajax 3 months ago. So it's really strange that he took the opportunity to jump ship. The fee's believed to be somewhere in the region of £450,000. But again, there's something strange going on there with his agents and trying to force that move. But he looks like a good prospect for the future. And finishing off with Mesut Ozil. So there's been a lot of controversy around the player, but we now understand that the club's going to go back in with a fresh proposal to terminate his contract, which expires next summer, 2021. They want to get him off of the wage bill as quickly as they can. They're paying him £350,000 a week, and it doesn't look like he's going to figure into Arteta's plans. He said that he wants the total amount of his contract, which is something like £13 million. Arsenal are not willing to pay the full amount, so negotiations continue back and forth to try and get him out of the club. And that's everything. So we hope that you guys have enjoyed the roundup. Please remember to subscribe, like, and share. We appreciate your support, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.